To our amazing people, the C3 Church tribe, and to those of you who are checking us out for the first time, we have a story, and it's a story of God who has shown himself faithful.
And as we approach our vision builders for 2022 and 2023, we find ourselves reflecting on the power of stories and the stories of God's faithfulness.
Often throughout the Old Testament and New Testament, God is often referred to as the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. To each one, God made a covenant, a promise that he would make them his chosen people and bless them. This way of referring to God reminded the Israelites of the story of a God who makes a promise and is faithful to the promise, overcoming impossible odds to make the promise come to pass.
The beauty of reflecting on the stories of the past is their impact upon our thoughts and over our future. If God did it before, he can and will do it again.
So here in 2022, we now have our own story of a God who spoke to a young family over 16 years ago who said, go and plant a C3 church in Devonport. A growing story of a church made up of many people who have connected with Christ for the first time, giving their life to him, and many others who have also reconnected their life to Christ.
The story of a group of people who believed that one day there would be a home, a place to gather as the church as they financially gave accordingly. And in the midst of miraculous circumstances, with the seed that had already been given, the doors opened for us and we find ourselves with a home right here in the city.
And our most recent story, as we stepped out and gave again in 2021, he showed to many his favour. The stories of God's favour, in particular of people who have been favoured with housing security, is something certainly to give God glory for.
And these stories all point to our faithful God in whom we can put our trust and faith in. That in the midst of changing environments and economy, he will show himself faithful to his people.
Church, I am confident of this, that as we step out to give to vision builders in 2022-23, that as we engage with faith in the one who is faithful, that our story will be that we will see his faithfulness to us over and over again. That is recorded in the book of Haggai. It's as if the very things that we have seem to go further than they've ever gone before. And that the story of C3 Church continues to grow, that this is a growing church of people.
So we want to say thank you to those who have already given to the vision builders and ask you to join us with the many who already do so, that we will continue to see the building of a healthy, growing church in which Christ is transformed and Jesus Christ is glorified.